If your entire city's infested with a virus pandemic that decimates mankind, what do?
Black bullet.
Shit, what happened to the sound effect? So with every new season of anime, there comes a select few that people's eyes hawk over. Black Bullet, this season, that anime. Starting off, the production in this episode was off the charts. The animation, from the gunshots to the apocalyptic scenery to the city scenes. The beginning sequence and opening set the tone up for this episode so well, showcasing the traumatic experiences that this young boy named Rentaro had to go through, losing his parents to the Gastrea. These big-ass bug-looking like creatures just come out of nowhere, invading the city. Everybody's running, everybody's rushing, knocking Rentaro down. Is he gonna die? 10 years down the line, Rentaro grows up. He's not some badass OG. He's just your normal average Japanese high school student who happens to fight these monsters on the side. I really love how dark the show starts off. We have this clown murderer who's been murdering cops in this random apartment, and I'm gonna call him Ren, but Ren manages to fend him off, but only because he had to go. I mean, this guy was overpowering him. He could barely land a hit, and when he finally landed a hit, he simply twisted his head back 180 degrees and proceeded to talk on the phone. I guess besides these Gastrea creatures, he's gonna end up being one of the main antagonists of the show. His main objective is to destroy humanity, probably using the Gastrea virus, or, you know, his hacksass abilities to crack his head back 360 degrees and, you know, talk on the phone while you got this motherfucker trying to kill him. Possibly do that. And literally a couple minutes after that, some random dude in an alley walks up to this girl asking her, like, yo, I need help. I ain't feeling too good. Dark, you see the veins popping out his face. He starts transforming. An insect is fucking popping out his body. It was pretty enjoyable. Those even more enjoyable is seeing the police force and Rentaro shoot this motherfucker up with some black bullets. And basically how this works is you could actually shoot Gastrea with normal bullets, but the thing is that they can regenerate. In these black bullets, there's an element called vibranium that prevents the regeneration. So Rentaro was like, step back, he took out the gun, he was like, boom. But the one thing I'm so impressed with was the animation when he was shooting those bullets. Oh! In actuality, Rentaro would not have been able to survive multiple occasions without his initiator / lowly sidekick, Enju. Enju is very special in the fact that she's one of the cursed children. Basically one of the very few born with the ability to maintain and control this virus. And while at times it could get a little creepy with her, I mean, she's 10 years old. Though aside from that, when the action drops, she's a badass. You see her eyes turn red. She can jump in the air, slay monsters. And for a young schoolgirl, that's pretty good. They also managed to tie her life in with Rentaro's. We see them eat together. We see him taking her to school. And one thing I love about Rentaro's character is that he's very human. On the flip side of him being very caring, he's very emotional. When his childhood friend Kisara brought up his parents' death, he got very dramatic really quickly. He left and then he realized, it's been a decade since my parents' death. I gotta move on. I really love the fact that in the first episode, the main character's already contemplating what to think. I also really love the scene with him and his sensei, the strategical aspect of the show, them going in depth about the Gastrea's components, and this bitch is actually pretty funny. She scares him the second he walks in. And she ultimately really reminds me of Hanji from Attack on Titan. She got an attitude, she thirsty, and she curious. Hanji. Amazing first episode of Black Bullet, probably the best of the season so far. I highly recommend watching this show. These viruses affect the population. They turn into these big monster, Gastrea, whatever-like creatures. And it's up to Rentaro and the cursed children, aka Enju, and all the other bitches we didn't see, to bring about peace in the world.